Hi everyone, it's Mr. V again. I'm so happy to be with you guys today. This video is going to be our third segment of our 4 video series on May is Mental Health Month. Our first week was What is Mental Health? Our second week was Raising Awareness. And one of my favorites is for this week, week 3, is Breaking the Stigma of Mental Health. So, breaking the stigma. So, what is stigma? So stigma is having negative views uh, regarding mental health. So negative views, negative ideas, and usually these negative views and ideas come from the community and society that we live in, and also from our families or our culture that we belong. Um, and because of these negative views that exist on mental health, it affects a lot of people, and a few ways that affects people because of these mental health stigmas, people tend to not talk about mental health in general. So just on normal conversations in day to day life, some people are hesitant to bring up topics about depression or anxiety, bipolar, anxiety issues, because they don't want to get judged, or they don't know how people will take it. Another way stigma affects people is that people don't talk about their very own issues. So there's a lot of people that have mental health illnesses or deal with mental health symptoms that don't share for different reasons, and so they just keep it to themselves. And another way that stigma um, negatively affects people is that people don't seek or look for treatment that they need. So they don't talk about mental health. They don't talk about their own mental health issues or symptoms or illnesses, and then they don't seek out help because of mental health stigmas. So what are some mental health stigmas? I'm just going to mention a very few of them, but there are plenty more. Um, One is a stigma on mental health is that sometimes there's this idea that if you're dealing with mental health illness or symptoms, it's because it's your fault, because you did something wrong, and then, or either you're a bad person or you did something wrong, and now you have a mental health issue. So that's false. Another false idea is that and when I'm sharing this, I'm not saying that everyone has these false ideas. Is that these false ideas exist in our community. Another false idea is that if you have mental health, or if you're dealing with mental health illnesses, is that you're considered a weak person, and that you're not strong, that you can't just work this out on your own and get over it. So that's another false idea. That is not true. You're not a weak person because if you have mental health illness, and you just can't simply tell yourself that you don't have it anymore. Um, and then, so there are many more stigmas out there. Um, so there's just stigmas are false ideas about mental health, and false ideas of people who have mental health illnesses. It's important to remember that. So something that I want to hit home, and something that you guys can take with you guys. There's a few things, but one of the things I want you guys to remember is that just as our physical bodies get sick, we break something, something we don't feel good, it's hard to breathe. We go seek out medical attention. We go to the doctor, they check us up, they do an X-ray, and then we either get a cast or we get some antibiotics, some medicine, and we start feeling better. It is just as important to seek out help dealing with mental health issues. Um, um, when we feel that something's not right, or we're getting too depressed and we don't feel like doing anything, and mental health issues are just getting in the way of our lives, of our happiness, it's very important to seek out help and treatment, because it does exist, and treatment will help you. Um, so I'm going to be a little open up a little bit. So for many years, I myself didn't talk about my own mental health. I was I was somewhat embarrassed talking about it. I didn't want people to think of me negatively. I didn't want people to think that I wasn't capable of doing things like everyone else. And not until a few years ago, I started to share with others that I have ADHD and dyslexia. And so now I share it more with people. I embrace it. And it actually makes me work harder and try harder. And when I do something, it feels great because I know I worked really hard to learn something or to achieve something. So, and has helped me to have more compassion with others. Um, I want you guys to remember that breaking the stigma of mental health, it begins with you and I, with us. Um, we have the responsibility to learn facts about mental health and learn what's false ideas and false information regarding mental health. And we need to be there for others who are dealing with mental health and need support, need to share with others, and they need to feel okay to open up. I want to share a great website is NAMI.org, NAMI.org. There's great information on mental health and mental health stigma. And then, of course, we have our very own social and emotional Desert Sands Unified School District website. There's lots of information. There's great educational videos, activities, and articles. And there's also plenty of resources, community resources for mental health issues and illnesses. So please take a look at it. We'll make sure to provide you information. Thank you, everyone, for your time. I appreciate you. I miss you and hope to see you soon.